Hey everyone, it's the Gadget Guru. This is going to be a video explaining what is a chain and how does it work. A chain in Yu-Gi-Oh is a term described to use when a bunch of cards are put together back to back in an orderly fashion in order to resolve it. Now, the most common way a chain is started is by a player activating a spell or trap card, a player activating a monster effect, or activating the effect of a spell and or trap card that's continuous, field card, whatever. Some of those also start chains. Not all of them. Some of them are just continuous effects, but some of them do start chains. Now, how does a chain get built? Well, first of all, when you activate a magic or trap or activate a monster's effect, it creates a chain link. Chain link 1. Now that is a chain, but technically there's nothing behind it, so you really don't have to worry about it. When other people start chaining other cards to it, then it becomes a chain and you have to resolve it backwards. Now, this video is mostly going to be about these two cards, Chain Strike and Accumulated Fortune. I've seen a lot of confusion to how these work, so I want to kind of educate the public. So, let's start off. Basically, let's say you have 5 back rows. I don't know if you can see that. Give me 1 second. Try and get this a little bit higher for you guys. Okay. You have 5 back rows. Yeah, whatever. There you go. Ish. Ah. You saw nothing. Okay, you have 5 back rows. When your opponent activates a monster, let's say your opponent activates Heavy Storm or Mystical Space Typhoon. That's Chain Link 1. Now you can respond to that card. Since they activated a card, you get the first response because you're the opponent. You get to respond before they can. So let's say you respond with Ceasefire. Now, you're chaining this to Heavy Storm. This will be Chain Link 2. A chain has now been created. Now, when a chain is created, you must resolve it backwards. So let's say they don't have any response. Okay, so this is Chain Link 2. You then chain Poison of the Old Man. This is Chain Link 3. Okay? Again, they don't have any response. Now, there are certain cards, like Accumulated Fortune, that say activate only as Chain Link 4 or higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you can activate Accumulated Fortune. Now, Accumulated Fortune has the wording at the end, you cannot activate this card if multiple card and or effects with the same name are in that chain. Okay, when I activate this Accumulated Fortune, there's Heavy Storm, Poison of the Old Man, and Ceasefire in the chain. Nothing else. Those are the 3 cards in the chain at the time of activation for Accumulated Fortune. So, it's legal to activate. It's fine. Now, it is also legal to then chain, let's say we chain Chain Strike, okay? Let's say we chain Chain Strike. Chain Strike says the same thing. You cannot activate, this card if there's multiple card effects with the same name. So when I activate Chain Strike, there's Heavy Storm, Poison of the Old Man, Ceasefire, Accumulated Fortune. No other Chain Strike, right? Okay. Now, there's nothing with the same name. Now, let's say I activate another Chain Strike. This is where players get confused because they read this and go, oh, you can't do that. Read it and then go along with me. You cannot activate this card if there are multiple card and or effects with the same name on that chain. Okay. Heavy Storm. Is there another Heavy Storm? No. Poison of the Old Man. Is there another Poison of the Old Man? No. Ceasefire. Is there another Ceasefire? No. Accumulated Fortune. Is there another Accumulated Fortune? No. Chain Strike. Is there another Chain Strike? No. There's one of each card. Remember, the very last card in the chain that you're activating for this effect does not count itself. It is not on that chain yet. It's not on there yet. That's why you're activating to put it on that chain. And when you flip it up and it's checking that chain, it does not check itself. That's the game mechanic behind chains. They're built in a linear fashion. They only check what's in front of them. It will not check itself when it's checking the chain. It will check all of these and the heavy, but it will not check this card. And that's how that works. And a lot of players get confused and say you can't play 2 Chain Strike back to back, or you can't play like Chain Strike, Accumulated Chain Strike. You can't do that. Yes, you can, because there are not two cards in the same net with the same name before the activation. Now, if they played Heavy Storm and you went activate Ceasefire, activate Poison of the Old Man, activate Chain Strike, and then try to activate Accumulated Fortune, then you can't do that. Because when Accumulated Fortune goes to check the chain, it goes Heavy Storm, there's one, Ceasefire, there's one, Poison of the Old Man, there's one. Oh wait, there's two Chain Strike. Okay, I can't activate Accumulated Fortune, so you can't activate that. That's how it works. And a lot of players get confused and they say, well, no, my judge told me this, my judge told me this. Believe me when I say I've spent nearly probably 30 plus hours studying Yu-Gi-Oh! Game mechanics. Now, I don't say that proudly. I do and I don't. But the point is that, trust me when I say that to activate them in this order is legal. To go Ceasefire, Poison Old Man, Chain Strike, Accumulated Fortune, Chain Strike. That is legal, and I guarantee it. I have spent much time studying in-depth Yu-Gi-Oh! Game mechanics with John Danker, Curtis Schultz. I've looked up all kinds of different rulings on different cards and seen how they were ruled to see how the game mechanics affect them. I mean, if you think I'm wrong on any of this, find me a link that proves it. Please, I beg of you, because you won't. Like, you just won't. Like, I'm telling you that right now. I've ran this question past almost every judge I can think of. I think of their name. That is how the cards work, and that is how a chain works. And then, of course, remember, when you're doing a chain, you must resolve it backwards. Always remember that. So, first card to resolve will be the last card on the chain, which is Ceasefire. Or Chain Strike, sorry. Chain Strike is the last card on the chain. So this will resolve first, then Accumulated, then Chain Strike, then Poison, then Ceasefire, then Heavy. So Heavy technically will destroy them, but it won't destroy them in time. Like, they'll still get their effects. Because a lot of people say, well, Heavy was first, so I get to resolve it first, right? No. So basically how it will go is this Chain Strike is Chain Link 6, so it will do 2,400 damage. You will draw 2 cards. This Chain Strike will do 1,2,3,4, 1,200, or 1,600, my bad, 1,600. Poison of the Old Man will do 8 or gain you 12. Remember, you choose to resolve this effect. Which one? You resolve it when it's resolving, so you can gain or inflict 800 or gain 1,200, but usually you always inflict. And then the Ceasefire will do whatever amount of damage it will. And remember, they're still on the board, and then Heavy Storm will destroy them all. They're still on the board. They don't just automatically go to the grave or anything until the chain is over. So that's basically how you set up a chain. And that's how a chain resolves. Now, as I said, understand, in a chain only checks the cards that are in front of it. So when you're dealing with cards like these, as long as there's no cards with the same name in front of it, you're fine. So this is the Gadget Guru. Now, catch y'all later.